Welcome Capricorn Aquarius to your end of the month reading for July. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. The end of July already, my friends. My goodness. It's moving fast. Okay. Let's see what's going on with you and your energy of what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Straight in here. Message for Capricorn Aquarius, please. Oh. I have one more. Right there. Seven of Wands. Indecisiveness. Hesitant to move. Could be you or someone that is around you that is either indecisive or hesitant to move, or yourself. Okay, clarifying on the Seven of Wands. This card won't only just clarify on the Seven of Wands, but the entire reading. Taking the lead and the authority. It feels like there's somebody around you who might be feeling like they're hesitant to move, and you're really taking the authority. It might even cause you a little bit of inconsistency as well in where you need to be, right? Because then it makes you feel a little indecisive as well. Sort of like, well, if you don't know what you're doing, I don't know, you're kind of making, I can't really do anything either, right? So it kind of feels like, well, if they're going to not know exactly where to go, how are you supposed to know? So you're going to take the lead and start taking the authority. To start the movement is literally what it feels like. Someone needs to take the lead, and so it just feels like it's going to be you. Right? You are in control. I'm going to take the control. Okay, so clarifying on the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. Present, the recent past, and near future, please. Change of focus in the present. Listening. I can do it. Okay. Going over here to the listening is it's the two. It's the same as the High Priestess, but it's also talking about these listening skills, right? Are you listening to me? Am I listening to my higher self? Am I listening to what's going on around me? Just feel like there's a lot of patience though, right? Because it's right side up, so it's saying I do have in the past the patience to listen to what you're talking about. But it did feel like they were kind of wasting your time even though you're listening. Whatever they're talking about feels like they're really crutching it and really kind of, I don't know, I'm going to say they're kind of moving around in circles. I see them kind of moving around in circles, and it feels like it's kind of draining you and wasting your time. It's like because they're indecisive. I just feel this indecisiveness, not only from just the present, but straight into the past. It feels like this is something that's been going on quite a while. Could be the last couple of weeks or so, mid-month. And it just feels like with the Queen of Swords over here, you're just trying to keep cool and calm, right? Using that air sign within you, just saying, okay, fine, you know what? We're going to try to get our needs met. I'm trying to get things done. Stop wasting my time, draining my energy. I just feels like they're kind of moving in circles because they don't know where they're going. It could even cause you a little indecisiveness, even though you're trying to stay calm, because they can't figure out what they're doing. Yeah. So changing the focus right now in the end of the month is the best thing you can do. Change your focus on taking that authority, right? This is where you pretty much kind of took the authority, because it does feel like right here, you're like, well, you know what? Fine, I'm going to take control of the situation since you don't really know what you're doing. So by changing the focus is really going to allow you to become the emperor that you really need to be. Even though in the past it feels like that's when you were really starting to stand the ground saying, okay, look, this is enough is enough. And it might even be trying to get them to change their focus. So as you're trying to change your focus, you're trying to like maybe bring them along with you to make them understand that, you know, changing the focus can make things different. We can focus on what's good, right? There it is, the loyalties. You guys could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I see a lot of Sag coming out of this. It could even be in Aries. But it's like the support that you're going to, that you need to give to them, since they're kind of just hesitant to move, don't know what to do. And by changing the focus is also going to be loyal to you as well. That way you can get back to where you need to be. So get rid of any kind of, I'm feeling like you're backed against a wall. Well, because when you can't move and they're unsure of where you're, you know, what they're doing, they're backing you into a wall because it doesn't feel like you can move either. Well, you look. I mean, it could come down to this, you know, I mean, just as something as easy as this is like, come on guys, we've all heard this, like, where do you want to eat? Oh, I don't know. You want a hamburger? Oh, I don't know. Want a taco? Whatever food you like. And then you go to get a taco. No, I really don't want a taco. I'm not really feeling, and you're like, really? I drove all the way over here. Take it how it resonates. For most of you, it's probably something bigger than that, but I'm just saying, I'm just using the littlest examples because it's just literally something like that. It's like you're trying to move somewhere, but they're just like, stop, no. And so you have to take the authority to make this happen, because if you're not the authority, who's in control? They're just going to be fence sitting. They're not going to be moving. There's too much unsurety. Maybe they don't want to make mistakes. I don't know, right? Everybody's story is different, but someone has to take the lead. Someone has to be the emperor, and that's you. You're going to take the control of this. Yeah, because every time they turn around, they make an unwise judgment choice. It doesn't even feel like they can make a balanced choice. And if they're just making unwise decisions all the time, then someone has to stand up to say, okay, well, your indecisiveness is actually causing us to have bad luck. I'm tired of the mistakes. I need you to say something. I need you to do something. We need to do something. So there you are, being an emperor, planting the seeds. Well, I'm going to take control. We're not going to stand around anymore. I'm not going to be confused to what you want anymore. So it's almost like you're going to give the ball back into your court. You're going to get that ball moving. Someone has to do it, yeah, because all they do is give you Three of Swords. You guys could be dealing with a Libra, very indecisive Libra. But however it is, it's like every time that they go to do something, the choices that they're making are not good. So it's almost like you don't want them to make any more bad mistakes, like they did in the past when they made you guys crutch around. So by taking the authority is going to keep you out of all these swords, my friends, all these pains, all these hurts, all these afflictions, all these troubles, all these bad decisions. But it's going to take you some reflection, right? To take the lead, you're going to have to reflect upon the situation to say, how am I going to plant these seeds? How am I going to get this moving? How am I going to even take the control away from this person? Because If they feel like they're in control, they're not moving. So a person who is in control, how could they really be in control if they're just making you sit around, right? Wasting time, money, energy, however it is. So you have to get inside to figure out what it is and reflect. And you might even take a little withdrawal from this person so that you can think. Don't bug me right now, I'm thinking. But I do have this kind of stubborn feeling from this person. It's like, I'm in control. Why do I feel like they still feel, even though they're not doing anything, that they want to be in control? And that's for some of you. So they're not really going to like you taking the authority away from them, even though they're not really doing anything with it. That's for somebody. Yeah, because I just feel like you don't see these ships coming in. If anything, they're crashing. It's a crash and burn situation. You're looking for the victory. You want the victory. You have to go in to figure out how you're going to conquer this, get this moving. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a business, whatever the situation is for you, my friends. But it's almost like with the Three of Wands, they're stuck, they're lazy, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. When they do it, it's kind of a bad judgment call. Take it how it resonates, but they're crashing and burning ships. This ship is not docked. You know it's not docked. That's why you're in control. And now, you're just seeing them fence sitting, indecisive, don't know what they're doing. For some of you, it might even be, you know what, please, God, don't let them make another decision. Let's hurry up. Just keep fence sitting until I make the decision of what I need, right? Because we can't afford another bad decision. We can't afford another ship to burn. Almost to the point where it's like, keep them focused somewhere else. Let me do this, right? So over here, you're saying, I can do this because now I have the leadership and the authority and the understanding, because you're keeping me from not being able to move. And now I know where to move, and I know I can move, and I know where I'm going. Yeah, see, I have the realization of what needs to be done now. Putting a lot of hard work, hard focus, changing the focus, knowing exactly where you need to be for this situation. Yeah, and wow, look at the blessings. And there was a lot of manifestation, a lot of prayers, putting things maybe even back to a traditional type of, I don't know, maybe just going back to old traditions, the way you were doing things before. Keeping the faith in that area, saying, you know what, we didn't have this problem until, you decided to do this, so we're going to go back to a more traditional way for some of you. But there is a lot of prayers and a lot of blessings over here. Keeping the faith that, I can do this. So there's a lot of faith going on because you see what you need to see and you know what you're doing. Bringing in the opportunities with the Seven of Swords. Hey, you know what? That's it. And they might feel like you're kind of thieving from them, that you're thieving the authority in the near future. Like now you have a little too much power, that you're taking everything away from them and not really allowing them to have any suggestions, but you're getting the ball rolling. Yeah, for the perfect timing. So, and that could be that for those people who it feels like over here, like I said, who are a little more stubborn and want to have that control and don't like the idea that you're taking the control away. Making things happen with the Magician. That's it right there. Making things happen. They're finally coming together, finally taking that action and making things happen at the perfect timing. Things are now starting to turn around, having a big shift. There's a huge shift now. Wow, what a huge shift. And this is going to open up the Two of Coins. Wow, and you needed that though, because if they're going to give you more options, this is going to say, I don't have to have this bad luck or these bad judgment calls. Now I can see things from, different perspectives, and I can actually weigh the pros and cons of how I want to move, seeing things that I can do, having more room to be able to do things. So yeah, you taking the lead is actually the best thing you could do for this Cap Aqua, because it just feels like they kind of get you stuck in a rut because they're not very good choice makers in the past. So at least now you having the control is going to open up new doors, new ideas, new decisions. You can see clearly on how you can move. You know, a lot of twos over here. So there's a lot of balance going on and a lot of new ideas and new decisions coming to mind. Not just feeling like it's, you know, this way and only that way. Which is very good, and it's justified and it's balanced. And I do believe that if you are dealing with this Libra, whoever this other person is, they're going to see the truth about the situation as well, because they're going to see all the doors opening. They're going to see how things are moving. It's not like they're going to be blinded to it. They're going to see that things are balancing themselves out. They may not be the happiest if they're kind of control freaks, right? For some of you, because I do feel that. They might not be the happiest about it, but it's happy enough to make them understand that, yes, we are now free. We are now doing the things we're supposed to be doing. They do feel much happier, and they don't feel like they're trapped within this mind, within this box of not being able to move, because there will be a much more movement, right? So they're going to see that. It's just that, you know, sometimes when push comes to shove, someone has to be in control. And if you know, and which obviously you do, that they just cannot be up for the task. Someone has to get strong and take the lead. And that's really what this is all about. It's just not, you know, it just feels like it's just not working. And now you have us stuck and you don't even know where we're going. Because not only within the Seven of Wands for them do I see the inconsistency of keeping you stuck and not moving, I also see confusion, right? And that's why they're really stuck, because they really don't know what they're doing. But, you know, I believe you know that anyways. If you didn't know that, you know it now. So it's like they're trying their hardest to do something, but when you're in confusion, that doesn't help the situation. Or if you're trying to move out of like something like debt or something too fast without really thinking about what's going on, it can cause more debt, it can cause problems, it can cause, you know what I mean, bad decisions. So however it is that your story is, yeah, definitely you taking the lead is the best thing you could do at this time. And I see it coming together in the near future for you. Okay? And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.